Welcome back to Everything and the Gym. We are on episode 2 of season 4. Whoop, 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 whoop. I am your host, Shelby, and today with me we have my social media manager. What is your name?
Taryn.
Hello, Taryn.
Hello.
No, I like to ask everybody this question.
Okay.
How old are you?
33.
And what do you do?
I'm a mom and do the social media for Everything in the Gym.
Yes.
And a wife.
A wife. And we work out together.
Yes.
We have been working out together for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of days together.
That is a lot. And then I feel like the days we don't see each other, we're still, especially you, are still texting.
Oh yeah, no. Let's get that straight. I'm texting a ghost
To make sure I'm alive.
and then you text me back like once.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get an answer out of Derek before I get an answer out
I
of
know.
you.
He's like, text your friend. She thinks you're dead.
I was happy that I FaceTimed you yesterday, and I was like, that's a win because
I
you
know.
actually answered.
Oh, because I was like, why is she FaceTiming me? Something must be wrong. I do
Anyway.
better on Snapchat. I
You
feel like-
do better on Snapchat.
Yeah,
We have a streak of like what, September?
I think so.
It's like 90 days?
90 days, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of September, I want to go on vacation again.
I know. We should do one for y'all's 30th.
If you guys don't know, we went on a week-long cruise back in September, and it was so much fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
Until we all got sick.
Until
when
we all got
home.
sick. Yeah.
Thankfully not on the trip, though.
Yeah. And then immediately after that, we started our, well, for me, it was like my bulk, but for
Yeah.
you, it was just like a program follow along.
Yeah.
Did you, because we were so kind of inconsistent within that time frame of working out due
Yeah.
to children and sickness,
sickness.
and all of that. Did you notice a difference in like a 6-week write-up?
I noticed that I was able to like go up more, like tracking the weights and what I was at. I was able to go up more, like especially on like Hex bar. I felt like I made a pretty big improvement on that one. And then I think it helped me just coming into the gym where even if I wasn't working out with you, I was like, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, in and out, knew what I needed to be there for, where I wasn't having the guesswork of, what am I going to do today? What do I feel like doing? Because sometimes I don't feel like doing certain exercises, but I don't know, it helped me be more consistent, I think.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you this. Why do you keep showing up? More specifically, why do you keep showing up with me? Because you know I'm crazy.
The vibes.
The vibes.
Yeah, if y'all have seen any of our recent videos, we're pretty much just laughing and giggling the entire time we're at the gym together.
There's nothing going on around us, and nobody is in the room.
Yeah.
Just us. Yeah. Our girls the other day during a play date reminded me of like you and me.
Where they were just giggling.
Yeah. So our girls are like elementary age, and so friendships are, so cool back then. At that age, and they were over for a play date, and the girls were like, "This is giving us good vibes."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That was totally me and you."
It's funny the stuff they like pick up on like that. Like,
Yeah. If only they like saw us in the gym though too.
oh, I know.
Like, but I am so proud of you for still showing up.
Yeah.
Because I know I don't make it easy. Never.
I know, especially now with your high rock stuff. I'm like, do I want to do that?
Yeah, I went very early this morning, and my workout was not easy, but it was great. I did sled pulls, sled pushes with 75% of the weight.
Oh, nice.
For high rocks. So the pull.
I've never done a pull before like that until I have done it with you now twice. And
I feel like it's just going to take practice,
Yeah.
the pull part of it and the housekeeping of that rope. I played with it some more today, and I was able to, like, walk it back instead of just pulling.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the hang of it. I need to work with Chloe to see how she's doing it. But, yeah, pools are going great.
Yeah.
Pushes went great this morning. You guys, I'm slightly injured. I think it
I
was
tried to stop you.
I know. I know. My mom over here.
Yeah.
But my hip didn't hurt today doing
Oh,
any, I didn't run today, but I did
Yeah.
like the weight stuff. So
That's good.
hopefully it goes well.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Is there anything that you are proud of that you've accomplished in the gym recently?
I think I'm proud of myself for still showing up. Like, even I feel like I've gone through stages where I haven't been able to be as consistent just because, like, especially it seems like after the cruise, it's like I was sick, then one of the kids was sick, then I was sick, then one of the kids was sick again. So it's just been a lot of back and forth, but I think still showing up when I can and then still working hard when I'm there. And, I had heard like my knees and ankles had been bothering me, so I wasn't able to like do as heavy of weight, which was kind of frustrating, but still I'm like, okay, I'm still going to go, still going to move my body. So I feel like I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah. I would have to agree. How are your joints and stuff? Because you did have to take like...
Yeah, so I think it wasn't really like intentional, but having those like 3 weeks basically off where I didn't do anything, now like the last 2 weeks that I've worked out and I've actually gone like heavier again, it's been fine. So maybe I just needed that
rest. Yeah.
But then it's hard. I think I'm still learning that of like it's okay to take a rest.
Yeah.
Like you're not just going to completely lose everything, and just if you have to take a couple weeks off, like maybe that's your body telling you or telling me like, hey, you're pushing a little too hard. We need to back off. Like,
it's a hard mentality to be knocked out. Like I just went through an entire week of not a major injury, but like one that could have like potentially been major, but it's hard to like let your body just rest.
yeah.
Like especially for me, and like you're a mom too, so there's always something that needs to be done. So even like when I'm resting, I'm not actually like sitting down resting.
Yeah. Well, and we've talked about that where it's like you feel like you can't fully relax unless like the dishes are done or there's laundry done, like the floors have been vacuumed. Like at least me, if I'm sitting down, it's hard to turn that off of just, no, I'm taking time for myself. Like it's okay that everything is not done. Like,
yeah. I mentally like, I will say the gym is like an addiction almost.
Right.
Like stepping, even just like being out of the gym for like 2 days out of the week, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And then it's like all this energy is like pent up, and I don't know. I feel you. It's hard to take that long off, but like on the other side of it, your body like can fully come
right.
And that's like, especially with my minor injury right now, I'm like ready to go. Like come on. I want to go hard, and I want to like push myself to those moments of like, oh my gosh, I can't keep going.
Yeah.
And then my body is like, no,
Yeah.
you're going to be patient and you're going to control it. And yeah,
I feel like we've talked about that every episode I've done of listening to your body.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So, and I'm still learning it.
Yes. Yeah. I wonder if we ever get over a point where like we just know our body well enough,
Yeah.
Or are we always going to be learning something?
I feel like we're always going to be learning something, but I hope I get to the point where like I feel completely at peace with my body. Does that make sense? Like,
do you not feel at peace with your body?
I go through stages.
Yeah.
I feel like where I'm like happy, and then I go through a stage where it's like my clothes don't look right or whatever. Like, so I feel like I'm still working towards not even just that like I want to look a certain way, but just where I'm like comfortable and at peace and happy kind of with no matter what my body is doing, if that makes sense.
What do you, like, how much more work do you think it'll take to get to that point? Do you know? I'm like,
Well-
what do we do to get you there?
So I feel like even just looking to like a year and a half ago when we first started working out and looking back to like all the health struggles that I had been going through before that, where, you know, I hadn't been able to do anything for close to 2 years just because living with endometriosis and chronic pain and basically using everything I had just to do like daily living things and like having kids and showing up for them. That was all I was able to do. And now, even looking, you know, the progress that's been made in a year and a half and like my confidence in myself, and it's so much more. So, and I think, you know, it's just at the gym, it is like I'm showing up purely for myself.
Yeah.
You know, it's the really like one of the few things I do that's like not for anyone else. You know, because like everything else I'm doing, I feel like is for the kids, for my family, you know, and that's one of the like, I'm trying to think, reading, I feel like, but I
Yeah.
mean, like, as far as actually like doing something purely for myself is going to the gym.
Yeah. It is one of the one places that you can go and you know that everybody else is also working on themselves, and it like you are right, like showing up over time is eventually going to lead you to that like peaceful
Yeah.
mindset. But what if it is a mindset?
That's what I think it is that
What if,
it's
like-
more of a mindset.
What if you just started tomorrow telling yourself like, I love this version of me?
Yeah.
You know, I if you guys don't know, the back of my shirt actually says "Love
Yeah.
yourself." I don't know. Maybe we work on loving yourself
Yeah.
a little bit more over time, and then a year from now, you're going to be dancing like I am.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, I have a dream to be dancing by the end of 2026. So be looking for those moves. And you're like, I want nothing to do with that.
I'll be behind the camera recording you.
Okay. It's easier.
Cheering you on.
It's so funny. I want to tell this story. There was a day that you and I were working out together. And I'm pretty sure I just hit a PR on a hex bar. And I said, oh, I love this life. And you were like, I don't hate it. And
I feel like that encapsulates our friendship.
yeah, I love life all the time. And Taryn is like, yes. Okay.
I'm here. To be fair, though, I thought you said, I love this lift.
Yes.
And Hex Bar is not my favorite. So,
But it was just
so
fun.
for me to say I don't hate it is actually an improvement
Yeah.
over it, because I used to be like, I hate it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. How hot? Ooh. How heavy did you get on hex bar? We haven't done it in a while.
I know. So the last time, I haven't done it heavy in a while because my knees and ankles were bugging me. The heaviest I had gotten was, this is us doing math, but like a 45 on each
On
side.
both sides, so
Yeah.
135.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was excited about because that's like more than my body weight,
yeah.
which was my goal for the end of the year. And I actually was, before I had to like back off on it, I was actually repping
Repping
it too. So,
Yeah.
which was my goal for the end of the year.
Yeah.
So,
And we hit it.
yeah.
Woo-hoo. Yeah. I can't remember how heavy I think I got up to I got up to 235 because it was
Yeah.
exactly 100 pounds over
Yeah,
my
your body weight.
Yes. And I believe I repped it for like 3 or 4 reps.
I know
You
for
were- you
sure
weren't
I was there when
there.
you got 3.
3.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like every time I went to go do hex bar,
You got like one more.
I got one more, but you weren't there because life was
I
happening.
know.
And so I had to like coach myself through all these heavy lifts on like breathing because you're usually like, remember to breathe, remember to breathe. So yeah.
I'm like, don't pass out on me.
That's okay.
Haven't worked as a nurse in 6 years. I don't think you want me
There are
taking care of you.
lots of very medically inclined people in the
True.
gym. So
I'll just be like,
scream,
"Help!"
help. Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask for help, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk podcasts for a little while.
Okay.
Why have you stayed with me this long? Because I feel like a crazy person sometimes when I'm telling you about everything, because you kind of get the floodgates of all the ideas, the topics, the guests, I don't want to do this, I want to keep going, I don't want to do this. Like, why have you stayed with me?
Well, okay. I feel like kind of the podcast is maybe something else where it's like just me and you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's, I don't want to say it's for me and you because it's not, but it's something like doing the social media. I get to be creative and make different graphics and write captions and do stuff like that that I enjoyed doing, but didn't have any other outlet for. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that. And then plus I just,
The
love
vibes.
you and the vibes.
Well, I appreciate it because I know it's probably a little annoying sometimes.
Well, I feel bad because I feel like I'm your, I don't know how to say it, like your down to earth friend. Where you're like, woo, so happy,
Yeah.
I love this. And I'm like, okay, now wait, let's think about this a little bit. Like,
Yeah. That's okay.
so, but
though.
maybe we balance each other out
Yeah.
good.
I was about to say, I feel like you're a lot more social now because of me.
Yeah.
So, at least in the gym.
Yeah.
So, maybe we're both taking each other along. Like,
Yeah.
I do want to get into one topic that you and I have discussed. And it is social media alone. I know you know where I'm going with this, but you guys, the biggest complaint that Taryn and I would have social media wise is if you are liking our content, please share, interact with us because we can only go so far.
Yeah.
And you guys are a very, very big help to us in our growth. So please, even if you are telling friends about it or, oh, I saw this episode and she had so-and-so on, word of mouth, liking, engaging, sharing stories, it helps us so much.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I feel like we have people come up to us in person all the time.
And we love to hear it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We definitely want to hear it. It's like, and then when you said, that you weren't sure if you're going to do a season 4, and then, you had all the people coming up to you, which people just don't know how much work goes on behind the scenes and what all goes into it, which I feel like this season is going to be easier since we have Landon now. But, I think people just don't realize how much is really involved in it.
Yeah.
And then the same people that are coming up telling us like, oh, you have to keep going, you have to keep doing it. Well, they've literally never interacted or done anything on social media at all.
Yeah.
Not everybody, because there are people that do, but I feel like majority it's like they never interact with anything.
Yeah.
And it's hard to move the podcast forward and move the direction that we want to move it in if we don't have
the outside support.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, gentle reminder, just please give us a like, give us a share, word of mouth, support. And that doesn't go just for us either. If there are other businesses out there that you guys love, and especially if they're local, make sure to be liking their content, sharing it. You can only go so far by yourself. You need outside help to keep growing.
And even just like a simple comment or a like on a story is, I don't know. For me, I think since I was the one doing it and I'm like doing all the work, posting and getting everything, and then it's like nobody comments or likes or anything, it's kind of like, man, what am I doing this for?
Which that's what was so tricky about season 3 was putting it out there, and then like the viewage or the engagement was so low, and then you kind of get down, like you kind of beat yourself up about it. It's questioning, like, am I doing the right things? Am I posting at the right time of day? Like, people are seeing it, why are they not liking it? Because you can see on our end like how many people have viewed it. but where's the love?
Right.
Where is the love? All right. Now, I'm going to move us on to a next topic.
Okay.
Let's talk books.
Okay.
'Cause I have not asked you about books in a while. How many books have you read for 2024?
I am at 149, and I'm trying very hard to finish the book I'm reading right now before before New Year's, because I really want to be at 150. Because I feel like 149 is just a weird number.
It is
to
a weird
end it.
number. How much?
I think I have like 200 more pages.
Oh, you can do that.
So I think I could do it.
You can do that. Do you want to know how many I finished?
How many?
1.
That's still good.
1.
Have you seen the thing though where like there's a percentage of like people that read one book a year, and it's only like, I think it's like, what was it? Only like 30% of people read one book in a
Oh.
year. So you're doing better than 70%.
I
I don't know
have-
if that, I can't remember if that's the exact percentage, but like really not that many people read.
Yeah.
So
Fourth Wing and Iron Flame like put me in a weird funk. After like I don't know. I would pick up books and I'd start reading them and I'd be like, never mind.
it's like a book hangover.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's lasted all year.
Yeah. So when that happens to me, if I read like a really, really good book that I just can't stop thinking about, I'll go back and reread like a series, one of my like favorites. I'll just go back and do a reread, because then it's not as serious or
Yeah.
or I'm necessarily having to like pay attention or really be super focused on it. But a lot of times that's enough to get me snapped out of my book slump.
Yeah. So what is your favorite read of the year? Do you have one?
I would probably say Fourth Wing is up there.
I'm so shocked to hear you say
Okay,
that.
Fourth Wing, not Iron Flame. Iron Flame is like way down.
Way down. I'm still so shocked to hear you say that.
I mean, I read Fourth Wing in like less than 24 hours.
It's so good, you guys.
Yeah.
If you are a book reader or an audiobook reader,
Yeah. Even if you're not a book reader, give it a chance.
the third one comes out soon. Have you decided if you're going to do the actual book or are you going to do audiobook?
I think I'm going to do the book. I was going to start rereading Fourth Wing, but then
Yeah.
that wouldn't count towards my 150.
Because you've already reread.
Yes. And so I was like, okay, no, I'm getting to 150.
I
I don't know on Iron Flame if I'm going to listen to it or... Because that book took me 2 weeks to read, which is...
You're not the first person to tell me that either.
Yeah.
That it was a harder one to read.
You listened to it, right?
I listened to it, and I think because it was the same, like, voice
Yeah.
of all of them, like, it was kind of just, like, following along with, like, characters
Right.
instead of actually reading it. Why was Iron Flame so hard to read?
I think it needed to go through a couple more rounds of editing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there was just, like, errors in the book, like editing errors.
Mm-hmm.
And then the storyline itself, I think, could have been cut down a lot. And I'm hoping, because she took so much longer coming out with the third book, that it'll have gone through some more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I think she just rushed. I don't know if anyone was expecting Fourth Wing to
Do as well as
do
it
as well
did.
as it did. And so then I think they maybe just rushed getting out Iron Flame. Because I've done that for author, where I do like beta reading for authors, where I'll even do like where they send me chapters at a time and read it, and I'll look for plot holes and editing mistakes and things like that, and just like if the story's flowing correctly. And that one, it just was like, I felt like it was over and over. They were having the same argument over and over and over.
I wonder if the grammatical errors were brought up about Iron Flame, and I wonder if like they were like the books that were printed now. I wonder if they're like
If it's fixed.
it's fixed.
Maybe, because I bought that book, I think, the day it came out. Didn't we?
Do you have those pages marked? By
I didn't mark
chance?
'em. Mm-mm.
I actually got the books, like the hardback books for
Oh, really?
Christmas. I kind of want to compare.
Yeah, and see.
See if it was fixed.
Well, if I'm doing my reread,
Yeah, mark them and
I'll-
we'll compare.
yeah.
I'll update you guys about that later.
And I may do my reread on my Kindle instead of
Okay.
Which
I wonder if
maybe
like
the Kindle edition's been
it's fixed.
updated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like for how big that book was, there shouldn't have been like errors like
Yeah.
that in it. And I mean, like a few errors here and there. Like every book is going to have, no matter how many people you have look over it, there's always going to be something that
Falls through the
falls
cracks.
through. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like for a book that big, there shouldn't have been that many. Especially like me on a very first read through where I'm like noticing all this stuff. I feel like it shouldn't have been like that. I'm trying to convince my mom. I'm in a book club with my mom and her friends. I'm like the so it's all these ladies in their 60s and then me.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to convince them that we should read Fourth Wing for book club.
That would be interesting.
It's not their type of book
It
at
is-
all.
I was
But
about to say there are some parts in that book that I don't know.
I need more people to
Read it.
read it.
I'm glad I got you hooked on that though.
Yeah.
It took me a while.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, I think because it was like so big on Book Talk
Yeah.
too, and a lot of the Book Talk books I've read, I haven't ended up liking as much, or like the hype isn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me personally, the books weren't as good as like with the hype, and so I think I kept thinking it was going to be like that with Fourth Wing too. But no, then I ended up reading Fourth Wing in like, I think Derek figured it out in like 18 hours or something. Like I stayed up to like 3:30 in the morning reading. Like could not put it down.
Yeah. The audiobooks are like 20 plus hours.
Yeah.
That's so wild. How fast do you read? Like, do you
I
know?
read very fast.
do you
I don't know how
your-
many. I don't know how many words per minute, but I read very fast.
You know, Jess.
Yeah.
I asked her, she posted on her story some of the books that she had read this year, and I asked her how many books she's read. She's read 221 books so
Yeah,
far.
she's read a lot.
Yeah. You guys are great. I could not.
This is so 150 is actually like lower. I think I have like other hobbies now too.
Yeah,
So-
we do have other hobbies thanks to me.
Yeah. So I'm not like only reading.
Yeah.
Because last year I did, I think 175. So, and that was like lower than the year before. So,
Yeah. If you guys don't know, Taryn and I are very much grandmas too.
yeah.
We do needlework and now venturing into sewing.
Yes.
You know,
And crochet.
yeah. The good old back in the day housewife hobbies. You're into baking too a lot recently
Yeah, I like baking.
too. Yeah.
I've always really liked baking. I just haven't done it as much, like, because I'm trying to eat healthier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but Christmas was fun because I got to bake all the things.
Yeah. And burning casseroles. And
Yeah. Overflowing stuff into
Yeah.
the oven.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have another question for you.
Okay.
How many Taylor Swift items did you get for Christmas?
So, are we counting stuff that I got early?
Yes.
Okay, so Derek went on Black Friday at 5 a.m. to Target and got me, that's my husband, and
Yeah.
he got me the Taylor Swift like Eras Tour book and then the anthology vinyl that both came out on Black Friday. So, but he gave me those early. And then he got me a Tortured Poets Department sweatshirt.
Okay,
That
that's
is-
3.
So comfy.
What else?
I have worn it like every single day since Christmas. And then what else? Trying to think. Oh, my in-laws got me a T-shirt that it looks like the flowers that are on the. I don't know if you're going to know what I'm talking about,
Probably
but the
not.
surprise piano that she brings out for like the surprise songs. It has like the flowers on the shirt. Is that it?
You got an ornament too, I believe.
Oh, I got 2 Taylor Swift ornaments. That was also from the in-laws.
Yeah.
I think one of them's like in this house we listened to Taylor's
That's
version.
the one I got a picture
Okay.
of. Yeah.
And then the other one, it's like a stack of books, but it's like all the Taylor Swift albums as books.
Yeah.
My
Are you-
family knows me.
Yes. Yes. I am convinced that you and your household are trying to turn me into a Swiftie, and I don't know how to feel about it.
That's why I keep showing up at the gym with you.
You're going to be like channeling music to
Yes.
like my... Oh, yeah. So you guys gave Crosby the Eras Tour book as well for Christmas. And we have watched the Taylor Swift movie again because we had to follow along with the book. And I'm like, man, you guys. And then my Spotify Wrapped this year, Taylor Swift was my #1 artist over Billie Eilish. And I was very shocked about that because that's what...
Weren't you even like top 9% or something? Yes.
I cannot get away.
I was slacking this year. I dropped down to top 2%.
Oh, man. 2025's the year to re-pick that up and get her off of mine.
I know Derek is like, can we listen to something else, please? I'm like, no.
Oh.
Like road trips, poor Derek.
I was actually surprised you didn't put as many Taylor Swift on our road trip playlist in September.
I tried to
be mellow about it.
Yeah. But no, especially since Tortured Poets Department has come out, I think I've listened to at least some of the songs off of that album every single day.
Oh my goodness.
Every day.
All right. Well, here's a deal I'm going to make you. You send me a song at least once a week. I will listen to it. But in return, I'm going to send you a song.
And I have to listen to it?
Yes.
I feel like this will also show our friendship because all of my songs are like sad hamster, sad girl
I'm gonna be
songs, and yours are probably all like happy. Like,
yes. Live life to the fullest.
Yeah. Mine's like, I hate it here.
And I love life.
Yeah. I feel like we should make playlists for each other of
I may have to take your playlist in small doses.
I was gonna say listen to like one song a week.
Yeah.
I'll give you 52 songs.
52
Listen
songs.
to one song a week for the whole year.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that. I'll do the same.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. That's not a lot of work. That's a lot of songs.
That is a lot. How many was on? Do you know how many ended up on our playlist?
I have no idea. That playlist was over 7 hours, so.
Yeah. We made a playlist for our drive to
Galveston
before a cruise. So
I love making playlists, though.
Yeah.
I want to make a playlist for every single occasion.
Okay, I have like specific playlists depending on the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Derek puts all of his music on shuffle.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't do playlists. It's just all his music on shuffle. So you could have like Defying Gravity from Wicked and then an Eminem song.
Yeah.
Together. I'm like, this doesn't work for me. Like,
yeah.
Like I have like a cleaning house playlist, a like gym playlist, multiple gym playlists, like girl power playlists, like a 90s country playlist. Like
Jake and I, we had to drive to family over the weekend. And on the way there, he was listening to very sad country songs.
Oh, one of my recommended, I don't think I've even told you this yet. One of my like end of the year like recommended playlist on Amazon was Sad, Taylor's version.
Oh, yeah. Taylor, yeah. She's got some sad songs. I asked Jake on this drive, I was like, are you vibing to this? Because I was like, I was sad.
Oh, no, you get to the point where you're like dancing around and it's like the most depressing song ever.
He was like, oh, yeah, I'm vibing to it. And I was like, okay. But then like on the way home, I got to play my music and I was like, yeah, come on. And he was like, you're all getting it over there. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point of music. Oh. All right. Do you have anything you would like to discuss before we go into our next segment?
Ooh. Oh, okay. So I had thought of this. Okay. I can't remember if you've talked about this already.
Okay.
But you have a word that you're going into 2025 with.
I do have a word of the year. Are you choosing a word this year?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's discuss it because we are recording this episode early, so we are still in 2024. I feel like this one will come out mid-January-ish. Anyway, my word of the year for 2025 is discipline.
Which I want to ask you why.
Why?
Because to me, you seem like a very disciplined person.
Because my thoughts are
Stomach growling.
my thoughts are everywhere. Like I you know how they say like you have ADHD cleaning, and so you like go in the bathroom and you like clean this thing, but then you've got to take something to another room, and then you get distracted and you do something in the other room, and then you're like, oh wait, I was supposed to clean the bathroom. That is very much what my brain is like. And so I want to be able to discipline my day out a little better, of not so much because like I still wake up and I'm at the gym every time I have the opportunity to, like I'm disciplined in those aspects of life, but I want to be more disciplined with like if I'm doing podcast work, I'm sitting down and I'm doing podcast work for that entire hour. Like there's no other distractions.
Like checking your phone.
Checking my phone. I like as much as like I know how important it is for us to have a presence on social media, I don't want to.
Right. That's why you have me.
I want, because it is a distraction. Like I pick up my phone, and I mentioned this in the previous episode. Like I know that my phone is a big issue in where my time is spent.
And you think it's just going to be like a quick, like, oh, I'll just scroll for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's like 30 minutes later, an hour later, and you're still on your phone.
But like, let's say I check my phone for 5 minutes when I wake up in the morning. Okay, there's 5. And then, okay, I go do the things that I need to do to get ready for the day. And then, okay, I need to go check breakfast. And so I get, like my pancakes going. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to check my phone again.
Yeah.
And then there's 5 minutes. So, okay, I've been on social media for 10 minutes already. And then like those little 5 minutes add up throughout the day.
Yeah.
And then you've wasted at least an hour of your day just by
on your phone,
checking your phone. And so I know that I can be so much more. And I know that those little 5-minute increments here and there are taking time away from things that like I could actually be
right,
focusing on. So like, what if I took that 5 minutes that I'm like making breakfast? What if I took that to unload the dishwasher?
Right.
What if I took that to like sweep the floors or clean out the fridge real quick? Like I could be utilizing my time better. And that's why I want to do discipline, because I want to see, I'm going into like they say 30 is the golden age for women,
right.
Which you could disagree. I feel like you do disagree with that sometimes. But like if I am turning 30 in 2025, and if I can bring the best version of myself with the word discipline, like I want to, because I want to see like what I'm made of and what I am capable of doing. And so also, in order to keep like all these threads alive, like even though I don't want to be on social media, like I need to start posting my like own personal gym things.
Right.
And so I really need to be disciplined about sitting down and editing the videos and making sure that they are being posted that way. Like content is still going out. I want to be more disciplined in writing. So like writing down thoughts, writing down things, tracking things. I
feel like you did a lot this year,
did.
With the writing.
I did. The goal for right now, I got this big old journal. You guys can't see it. Got it for Christmas. The goal is by the end of 2025 to have this completely filled with podcast things.
Yeah.
I think it's very much doable. It's just a matter of making myself sit down and do it.
Yeah.
And don't pick up the phone.
Yeah. I feel like, if TikTok ends up going away, I'm like sad about it, but then also I'm like, that would save me so much time.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, like I don't scroll as much on Instagram. Like I'll look through like a few people's stories, but then I like put it down. But for some reason, TikTok is just like
I think it has to do with the instant gratification of like dopamine.
Yeah.
Because TikTok is like every 30 seconds. It's something new.
Yeah, something new.
And then if you don't like it, you can get rid of it.
Yeah.
But you're still like scrolling. Like I find myself like I'm trying to learn how to shuffle. And so I have been on Shuffle TikTok, and even though like it is helping me learn something, like I'm still like scrolling. So I don't know. That's why I chose the word discipline, because I think there's a lot of unmapped potential inside of me that I can still work on.
Yeah.
What is your word of the year?
So I have 2.
2. Okay.
So confidence
Ooh.
and consistency
All right.
are my 2.
Double C's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, why?
So I feel like the confidence thing has been like growing for a while, but I want to be more intentional on, but I don't know like how yet. I'm still figuring out like the how of it, but I want to be more intentional of just growing in confidence, like just in life in general too, not just the gym. And then consistency is just, that one is more gym related, of like being consistent, showing up at the gym. So, and with that though, there is stuff that just happens. Like Carson was sick that whole week before Christmas. Like, and so I was home with her because Derek was out of town for work. So, I mean, there is stuff that happens, and I don't want to like beat myself up over it, but like, I don't want to just like make excuses or find reasons not to go.
I love those 2 words for you. And I feel like both of them are very much attainable.
Right.
Yeah. And I feel like even like the confidence one, it might change over time in 2025. Like, I feel like that's a word that you can keep leveling up.
Right.
Over the year. So like it may just be like showing up confident to the gym at first.
Right.
And then like over time it's like, you know what? Like I can be confident showing up here. I'm going to be confident showing up in this area of life too.
Yeah.
And like that's something I talk about in ride class all the time, is you have to show up confident.
Yeah.
Even though you don't feel confident, like you've got to put on that confidence costume.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I'm confident, even though on the inside I am terribly screaming right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say I am so proud of you, because the first episode we recorded together,
Yeah.
we were both like very nervous. And then the other day I was like, hey, you're the backup, come on. And you're like, okay. So yeah.
And some of it I do think is just, you know, like personality too. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be the one that's like, oh, I want to be in front of the camera all the time. Like, because that's just not my personality either.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'm never going to be like the super loud person,
Yeah.
like in the gym or in life, just because that's also just not my personality. But I want to get more confident in like speaking up for myself and actually like sharing opinions on things. And
Yes. Point A, point B.
yeah.
You just explained my personality in the gym. Let me climb on all the equipment. Let me jump off of it. Let me go say hello to everybody.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we are going to hear a word from our sponsors, and we will be back soon. Hey, entrepreneurs and creatives. Tired of the same old work from home job routine? Discover San Angelo Studios, your new favorite co-working space in downtown San Angelo. At San Angelo Studios, choose from flexible desk, private offices, or vibrant open spaces tailored to your needs. Enjoy high-speed Wi-Fi, fully equipped meeting rooms, and a cozy coffee bar to keep you filled all day long. But it's not just about the workspace. Join a community that inspires collaboration with regular networking events and workshops. Plus, with 24/7 access, you can schedule your own work. Ready to elevate your workday? Visit sanangelostudios.com and book a free tour today. San Angelo Studios. Work for yourself, not by yourself. But all right, you guys, we are back for... Cannot see your face back there.
I feel like we're going to do that in the gym now. Like a redo.
And we are back. We are going to hop into our deck of cards segment. And what that is there are 50 questions in this deck of cards. We have real life, we have gym questions, and we have fun for all, which are kind of lighten the mood questions. So no more sad hamster. So you get first pick.
Okay.
What are we drawing?
How have you grown in the last 6 months?
Ooh. All right, you go first.
Oh. I feel like kind of what we've already talked about as far as I'm getting more okay with, like, if life happens, I don't just, like, tear myself down and think, like, oh my gosh, you're terrible. You didn't go to the gym. Like, you're going to lose everything. I feel like that has gotten better in the last 6 months or so. And then I would say confidence too, because I've had to work out without you a lot more in the last 6 months too. So I've definitely gotten way more confident in the gym by myself too.
Mm-hmm. My answer, I've definitely grown in the gym. I have grown in the gym a lot in the last 6 months. The amount of muscle mass I've been able to put on.
Yeah.
My lifts are more controlled. The mental is definitely there at the gym. Like I show up ready to work. Like I'm ready to get it. So that has been a very nice shift in the last 6 months. I feel like I say this and it's going to come back and bite me in the butt. But I feel like I've grown in the last 6 months, like being a mom in a way. I feel like the mental battles that come with it, like they're still difficult.
Right.
But I'm able to handle them with a little more like patience. Something I've been working on is just parenting with patience, and I don't know. Life happens, and I know life is difficult for me as just a regular human, and so I know life is difficult for a child who is trying to learn the world. So I feel like I've grown in that aspect, but also the podcast aspect.
Right.
I have gone through so many roller coasters with the podcast in the last 6 months that I don't know. I've grown in a sense of like learning to go with the ebb and flow of it.
Right.
Yeah. And just seeing what doors, maybe not so much like, maybe it kind of falls with like how you were saying, just being able to go with it, go with like what's coming and being comfortable with whatever doors open with it. I don't know. Yeah.
I would say that too. Like for me, it's getting more comfortable and kind of on the same, like with being a mom, I feel like I've grown a lot, just like even in the last year, of, you know, the mom guilt is still real.
Oh, yeah.
So real. But I feel like I've grown as far as like I don't immediately jump into like I'm the worst mom ever. They're going to hate me when they're adults. Like I think I've grown a lot in realizing like I am doing my like absolute best. Like in everything. Like
And that's a hard like trait to carry. Like especially when you have a child,
because it feels like sometimes you're never doing enough. Like, no matter what you're doing. But I feel like I have had like a mindset like shift of like still go through stages, but I feel like it's been way more consistent of like, no, I am doing my best. I am a good mom. Like that positive. Instead of just like talking negatively about myself.
Which therefore is a mindset.
Right.
Mindset is everything, you guys. All right, you ready for another one?
Yes.
I know the answer to this one. Do you take pre-workout?
No.
Why?
Okay, so I went to the gym late one time. This was like fairly recently.
Oh my goodness.
Like within the last like month or so, and I drank coffee before I went to the gym, and I thought my heart was like gonna beat out of my chest. I felt like so jittery, and I think like having the caffeine and then working out and like raising my heart rate more, I was like, somebody's gonna come back here. And I wasn't with you, I was by myself, and I think I was doing Bulgarians, and I was like, they're gonna come back here and I'm just gonna be like one leg up on the bench and my body just on the floor. Like,
Bulgarians are the way to die, though.
yeah.
They are so good, but death.
Yeah.
So
So I haven't tried, because they make some without caffeine, right? I haven't tried that, but I think I'm just sensitive
Yeah.
to stuff. So I don't know if I even
want to try.
want to try.
I've always told you I'll like sprinkle a little bit if
Yeah.
you need a little. No, I am very much a pre-workout person.
You can tell.
Oh yeah, you see these muscles? Yeah, those are built by pre-workout.
That's probably also why you're like jumping around the gym and I'm like walking behind you. It's
Yeah.
like 7:45 in the morning. Like,
Yeah, yeah. That's
you've
why.
also been up for like 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
Like,
My body has been up, my brain has been thinking,
Yeah.
and I am just ready to let the beast out.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Green card.
Okay. I feel like you send me Snapchats in the morning. Sorry. You send me Snapchats in the morning at like 4 in the morning and you're like smiling, and I like see it when I get up at like 6:45 and I'm like squinting and you're just like, good morning, starshine.
The earth says hello.
That's what I think every single time. What TV show or movie would you wish to be in?
Oh, we've done this one. Dio
Do you
did
want
that
another
one
one?
last week.
Okay.
Let's do a different one. All right.
Because yours is what? One Tree
One
Hill,
Tree
right?
Hill.
Yeah. Freeze. Rock, paper, scissors times 3.
All right, ready?
Wait, this way?
Okay.
Rock,
Paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh.
Oh,
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Gotcha. All right. Dio got that one too.
Did you shuffle?
I did not, because I figured they would be different. All right.
Oh, no.
I'm interested. If you could teach the world one concept, what would you teach?
One concept.
One concept.
I feel like you should go first on this one.
Okay. If I could teach the world one concept, it would be love. I think the world could benefit a lot more from loving like ourselves and giving ourselves more grace with being a human. Because as we all know, every single person on this earth can account for being a human is not easy. It comes with lots of emotions and pride, bravery, fear. There's all kinds of things to juggle. And I feel like if we could teach ourselves innerly how to love ourselves, then we could therefore love others as well on the outside. I feel like oftentimes we don't give ourselves enough grace. We think the world is judging us, which, I mean, oftentimes they are. But I really think the world could benefit from just more love all around. But it's hard to teach people how to love themselves until they're like, you have to be open-minded for it.
Right.
Like, I can tell you over and over and over that you are the best person on this earth and that I love you so much, but until you actually believe that, like, you're not going to hear it and it's not going to register. And I don't know how you teach that. I don't know how you teach people to love themselves. Maybe by, like, show and tell. So, like,
Yeah.
being that version of me and loving the version of me will inspire others to, like, love themselves.
I feel like you kind of do that in Ride.
Yeah. I tried to.
Yeah.
I tried to. But it's a thing of like teaching the world.
Yeah.
Like, how do you teach the world that? Because I can only teach, 20 people at a time that?
But then I think the hope would be that then those 20 people would like carry what they're learning and spread it. And then if they spread it to each spread it to
Yeah.
20 people.
It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the concept I would teach is self-love.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you choose?
I was going to say kindness, which I
Kindness.
feel like kind of goes along with that.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like a lot of people just aren't kind
Yeah.
anymore. And it starts like so young, which is like interesting to me. Like where even like our kids are in elementary school and like mine have both had like bullying, where like kids have been just like straight up like really mean, like not just normal kid stuff, but like mean. And I'm like, why does that start that young,
It makes me wonder if it's something that if self-love was taught, then maybe that meanness wouldn't start at such a young age. Like, what does that household,
Right.
hold? Are these parents, like, are they struggling with something? Which we all are.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe the world just needs a little more kindness.
Yeah. And I feel like kind of the same, like being kind to yourself too, which we've talked about before
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you have to give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. All right, pink card.
Pink. What is your favorite lift? Ooh, I don't know right now.
Mine is Hex Bar.
I was going to say, I know yours.
Every single time. I don't know about a year from now, but as of current date, it is a Hex Bar.
Hex Bar. Trying to think. I feel like Hex Bar I have felt the most accomplished on recently because that's the one I've consistently seen growth on and like been able to go up in weight. I don't know if I'd say it's like I do feel accomplished after we do it. Like it's a good feeling once it's done, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm like, yes, we're doing Hex Bar today.
Yeah. Yeah. And we put down some of the other bigger lifts. Like we were doing bench press pretty heavily for a while and we've set it down, which I don't know if I'll go back to it for a while.
Yeah.
But
kind of been doing other stuff. I'm trying to think. I still like leg press too.
You were liking single leg press for a little while.
Yeah. I haven't been doing that as much since we've switched to the Bulgarians.
By the way, you guys, if you do not know what Bulgarian 5x5x5s are, if you ever see me comment on this or about this, know that it's death.
Yeah.
So you grab 2 dumbbells and you do 5 reps with 2 dumbbells. And so like this last round that we did, I did 30 pounds. Holding 30 pounds, both hands. So you do 5 reps like that, and then you set one down, and then you do 5 reps, and then you set one down, and you do body weight, and by the end of it, like, you're, like, crawling.
Yeah.
It's
Legs are
terrible.
shaking. That was where I thought after I drank coffee, I was just going to die back there.
Yeah. I will say I have seen, like, quad growth from those, though. So.
I would say the same.
Yeah. All right. Fun for all. What time do you wake up? That was a question to you was asked too. Okay, let's go.
I'm not a crazy 4 a.m. person.
Do you have a song that reminds you of a memory?
Ooh, that reminds me of a memory.
Yes.
I
have so many.
Okay, you go first then. I have to think.
Okay. So whenever I was like 9 or 10 years old, it was me, my mom, and my gymnastics coach. And I think there was another girl that I was in gymnastics with that was with us at this time. And so we go into Walmart, and my mom and my gymnastics coach were obnoxious. And, like when you're a kid and your mom is like being obnoxious in public, you think it is like the most embarrassing thing. Anyway, we are walking through Walmart getting whatever groceries we needed that day, and my mom and my gymnastics coach start singing the "Oh honey, honey, sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl" or whatever. They start singing that in the middle of Walmart, like loud, and then people down the aisles start singing it with them, and I was mortified. But anytime that song comes on, I'm like, yeah. That happened to me.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I have several.
Yeah.
So like anytime I hear Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift, immediately I'm back at the Eras tour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then my dad is a huge Eagles fan. And so anytime I hear the Eagles, like at the grocery store or just on the radio, anything, I immediately just remember, because we would like listen to it when he was taking us to school in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember like riding in his truck, like listening to the Eagles on the way to school every
Yeah.
morning too.
I am interested to see if a lot of people have like a song that's tied to memories.
Yeah.
I love that question. All right. Let's do another real life. In episode 1, we pulled 9 cards. So
Oh,
that's the total.
Ooh, if you could give your younger self advice, what would you say?
All right. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to? All right, I'll go first. If I could give my younger self advice, I would say everything is going to be okay. Like
That's what I was thinking too.
all of like the worries and I don't know. I was a very depressed like teenager. I did not have like a high outlook on life, and so I spent a lot of time like worrying like what I was going to be and what I was going to become, and the idea that I had in my head when I was a teenager is nothing close to like what I'm actually doing. And so I think the advice I would give is like just keep going, like keep pushing through the dark, keep pushing through whatever life is throwing right now, because life is going to get so much better. And like this is living proof of like life is so much better than I could have ever imagined. And then it's like it makes me hopeful for like the next 20 years.
Right.
Like what if I was able to do all of this and I'm not even 30 yet, like what is it going to look like when I turn 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I was thinking the same thing, like it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is. Whenever you're a teenager, like your brain is just everywhere.
Yeah.
But and I feel like we put that pressure on, like there's so much pressure on you as a teenager of like, you've got to have your life figured out.
Yeah. Well, and you're like 18 and supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. So like you go to college and you're supposed to just make the decision of like what you want to do forever. Like,
yeah. Like you and I both have nursing license that we no
Yeah.
longer use. And whenever I was in nursing school, that was it. I was going to go be a nurse because I'm in nursing school, and here I am, a group fitness instructor, not anywhere near the nursing field, and I have a podcast.
Right.
Like, what? Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So maybe that too, like you don't have to have everything figured out right now.
Yeah.
Like,
how do you feel about cardio?
what kind of cardio? Sprints?
Cardio?
Sprints? No. I liked the rowing we
Yeah.
did. I actually enjoyed that. I was like, maybe I'll start rowing more. And like doing like the walking and stuff. I had wanted to kind of start like doing a slow build up to running, but I was just giving it time since my knees and ankles had been bugging me. I used to like that used to be what I did because I ran cross country and track, and even like into college and when I was first married, like still ran all the time. So just haven't done it in a very long time.
Yeah. And you come to ride class.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love ride.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we know how I feel about cardio.
I know.
I love it. I didn't used to though, like, and even like running was daunting to me for a long time. And
I feel like even when me and you first started working out together, though, you weren't as into cardio as you are now.
No,
But that was like right when you started teaching ride too.
Ride definitely escalated the cardio, and then I started racing, like in suicides and stuff in the HIIT gym, and I think I found a version of me that I can compete with.
Yeah.
And like cardio is an area that I can always keep getting better at.
Yeah.
And that's why it's eating me to like be minorly injured right now, because I want to be running that 0.64 for the High Rocks, because I was beating my time. But anyway, I could go on and on about cardio. All right, last pool.
Cupcakes or cake?
Cupcakes.
I was going to say cake.
Oh, okay. Why cake?
Because I feel like the cupcakes, once you have like the icing stacked on there, like you can't get a good bite where it's actually like icing and cake all together unless you eat it with a fork. And if you're eating it with a fork, you might as well be eating cake.
Huh. That's a good point. Never thought of it that way.
Apparently, I've really thought about this before.
But I love a good cupcake. I feel like a cupcake is like the perfect size of like sweetness without going like overboard.
Yeah. Plus, cake, you have icing like layered in between, where a cupcake is all on top.
But you
so then you get more even distribution of the icing.
You could take the bottom of the cupcake and put it on top, and then it's like an Oreo, and then it's all in the middle.
But then I feel like you're making a cake. Like you're making a small cake.
But it was made in a cup. What kind of cake?
My favorite is strawberry or lemon cake are my favorites.
I would have to say right now a German chocolate cupcake.
That does sound good.
So yummy.
I mean, I pretty much like all cake, but
yeah. Bring all the cake, please.
Yeah.
Do your squats, you'll get cake.
Yeah.
Whoops. All right, you guys. That concludes our deck of cards segment. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and we will be back soon. Hey, business owners and brand builders. Are you struggling to create eye-catching content for your social media without breaking the bank? The Local Guys have you covered with affordable content packages designed to elevate your online presence. With the Local Guys, you get top-notch visual content without the hefty price tag. Our packages are tailored to help businesses like yours shine on social media, attract more followers, and engage in your community. Plus, our convenient texting service sends you reminders to schedule and post your content, making it easier than ever to stay on top of your social media game. Ready to elevate your social media game affordably? Visit thelocalguys.sa.com today and find the perfect package for your business. The Local Guys, affordable content to elevate your brand. You guys, and we are back. We are entering into the last segment of the episode, and I'm going to ask Taryn 4 questions, and we will see what her answers are. What is your biggest struggle right now?
Biggest struggle. I feel like right now it's been being able to show up consistently.
Just because of life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's been stuff like nothing I can even do about it. You know, it's not that I'm just like not going. It's just life happens. And
Yeah.
so, but I feel like I haven't had like a good month since September. Of
We were
being at the
going
gym.
hard for a while. Yeah. I know. We've been very inconsistently working out together.
Yeah.
So we'll get it back.
Yeah. I think it's like Lincoln will get sick, then I get sick, then Carson gets sick. And then it just seems to like repeat over and over. Like,
Okay. So taking the biggest struggle, what is your proudest moment to this moment right here?
right here.
Yeah. What is something you've done that you are proud of? It could be gym related or it could be outside of
I
gym.
know, I'm trying to think. I'm like, what have I done recently?
Survived Christmas.
Yes. Hey, that's a good one. Trying to think. I feel like kind of what I had said earlier, where I'm not getting too down on myself for not being consistent. Like, yes, I want to be more consistent, but I'm also not just like you're a piece of garbage, like,
Yeah.
or anything like that. I'm in the mindset of right now of like, it's just life.
Yeah.
Like, it's just life. It's okay. And I've talked to you about this too. Like, for me, going to the gym is like a longevity thing. It's something that I want to be able to do my entire life. Like, someday, if I have grandkids, I want to be able to be active with them and get up and down off the floor and run around with them, go on walks with them, take them to the park, whatever. So, like, for me, I'm in this for the long haul. So I can't let really, like, a month or two in the grand scheme of life is not that crazy.
Yeah.
And so I can't fall into the mindset of like, oh, well, I might as well just quit, which I don't feel like I have at
Yeah.
all. Like, it's just like, okay, this is life right now.
Yeah. It'll always be there. And
Yeah.
It'll always come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If you could give anybody honorable mention, who would you give honorable mention to and why?
So I would say, I don't think I've done him before. Derek?
I don't think you have either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his work has been crazy. And he surprised me on Christmas. So, and I cried on Christmas.
Not in a
So-
bad way, though.
Oh, no, good. He got me a new wedding band.
Yeah.
That when we got married, like almost 12 years ago, we didn't have the money. Like, he got the engagement ring, but we didn't have the money to get the band. And we kept saying like, oh, like 5-year anniversary. Well, then we had the kids and more stuff to spend money on. Then it was like, oh, 10-year anniversary. Well, that was like right around when I had like all the surgeries and stuff. So it was just like, didn't have the money, and I was not expecting it at
Yeah.
all. And when I opened it, I just like started crying. And I'm not a crier.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like not really a crier, but yeah. And he's just been working really hard, and he's been like going to the gym like super consistently.
Yes, I
to-
see him all the time now.
Yeah. So, and I mean, he's like, I don't know, just does a lot for our family.
Good job, Derek.
Yeah.
All right, last question.
Yes.
What is the best advice that you could give anybody listening right now?
I think it's kind of what I've already said, but don't quit and don't give up on yourself. Like, yes, stuff is going to happen. Life is going to happen. There's going to be things where you maybe aren't able to go to the gym or you aren't able to go do the things you want to do, but you can't just quit and give up on yourself. Like, always get back to it.
Keep climbing those mountains.
Yes.
It's worth it. All right. Do you have any final words?
I don't think so.
Thank you for coming back, and thank you for being on this wild roller coaster of a journey with me. Oh, I have loved every minute of it, even when I say I don't.
Same.
All right, you guys, make sure you download, like, and subscribe. And you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and is that all?
Yes.
Yes. Don't forget to be kind and have a beautiful day, friends. Bye.